Hello and welcome to the channel once again. In today's video I wanted to take a little look at the leaderboard system. I recently posted a video regarding finding setups, and obviously this can prove quite difficult, especially if you're looking for a very bespoke car or one of the vintage cars, and if setups aren't really your thing and you generally try and find somebody else's setup, looking for one of these specific cars can prove quite a task, especially if you're looking at some of the say the old Lotus series. As soon as you start looking in the leaderboards, it's immediately taken up by the Formula X cars, and this is one of the things that really annoys me about the game, to be honest. I'm sure on PC you can search for ghosts by car rather than just by circuit. Obviously, if you're lucky enough to have a friend, you can search by friends in the list that's maybe they've got a setup. But other than that, you're really going to be struggling to find a setup, especially with the current situation with the leaderboards. So I'm going to take a little bit of a look in this video just regarding how you can actually go through the leaderboards, and usually you can get to about page 3 or 4 and then you start getting the error message saying that it's unable to sync. Well, if like me you've got a little bit of time that you can give to just waiting in these leaderboards, I'll just show you how you can actually get through to what you're trying to find. So after that, let's get into the video and take a look at the time trial events. You could come across these in community events. I don't think you come across it anywhere else. So let's take, for example, the car that I've been driving, just part of a current time trial event that I'm doing. So you can see there my personal best, because we're in the LMP3 car. We're in this Liger or Ligier GSP3. So as soon as you enter into the leaderboard situation, obviously you've got the LMP1s that are going to take the top spot. So you can see there I've got my personal best time is at number 71. So if we quickly jump across to the right hand side here, and I click the RB button, and I'm just quickly going to try and cycle through these to see where we get. So we've reached page 3 and it's starting to struggle. So we've loaded page 3, let's go to page 4, page 5. So after it struggled there, could not sync the leaderboards. And this is something that really frustrates me about this game. I mean, it's definitely over a year old, that is for sure. Whether we're coming up to nearly 2 years old, and the leaderboard system just really hasn't got any better. So when you get confronted with this issue, what I tend to do is come out of there and let's go back into the time trial and start from page 1 again, if it works the second time round. This is another flaw with it. So it couldn't sync at all. So we're going to have to choose a different car now. So now that we've loaded back into the game, we've come back to the time trial, and we're back on the menus and it's working again. So I'm going to speed this up because you certainly don't want to sit around watching this all afternoon. But what I'm trying to explain here is, if you can see the rank and the drivers, and each driver has his own avatar or picture that comes with it. Now, until that all the pictures have loaded, and I do mean every single picture has to have loaded, then you want to push the RB button to go to the next menu. And then you have to wait for it to load again. Sometimes it's really nice and quick, just like that. But there's always that one sat down the bottom there, grief and abuse, which you would definitely like to give this game sometimes some grief and abuse. But just having to wait for that one to load. So as soon as it's popped up there, I just tend to give it maybe 10 more seconds. And then I just hit the RB button again, move to the next menu. And again, there's just that one sat there waiting again. And again, just taking a while to get that last one. Moving to the next menu. And it always seems to happen like this. As soon as you start to get to page 4 or 5, it just seems to take longer and longer to load each page. So as soon as they've all loaded, like I said, just give it 10 seconds and then you can click the next button. If it loads up just as quick as that one, I'd still again just give it 10 seconds. And then again pushing the button. And as you can see, last time we only got to page 5 before it struggled. And we're quite happily on page 6 now. So just giving it a little chance in between each one, but making sure that every single picture loads up. So then same again, once they've all filled up, just clicking the next button. And there we are in the P2 Honda. So I'm trying to find one for the P3. So I'm imagining that's going to be much further down if P2 is just there. Probably going to be looking around the 37 mark. But we've just been over 12 minutes now to reach page 8. So yeah, there's no point trying to rush it and jump just because there's one left to go. It'll literally freeze if you did it and there was one more left. So really just taking your time with this, guys, and just waiting. It obviously pays dividends if you're looking for a specific tune. You might be able to find it doing this method. So yeah, that's been 15 minutes, guys. It might seem just 2 minutes on the video, but it's been a total of 15 minutes now to reach page 10. And there we finally reached the LMP2s. 38.5. I know I've done a 37.6 with my current setup anyway, but just showing that you can actually get to the point where you can find somebody else in the LMP2s and even the LMP3 there. So yeah, in the LMP3, the Liger that's up there, I managed a 37.6. So the fastest time that I've set was almost 2 seconds quicker, a second and a half quicker than the quickest LMP3. So it really would be nice to see if you could search for car specific to a circuit rather than just the circuit itself, and you get the full list of what's in the actual grouping. because it would just make searching for times far easier. But as you can see, you can get quite a way through these leaderboards if you've got the patience to wait. So coming up to 20 minutes now to get to page 12. And it just really takes an absolute age, but they do come up. They eventually do come up. And I think I've been all the way down to 140 when I've been looking for like an old vintage setup, or just to compare myself with whoever's in the leaderboard, who set the fastest time in that particular car. Just gives myself something to aim for. So I'm going to leave it at that point, guys. It's been 20 minutes now, but I just wanted to prove the point that you can actually find a tune if you're willing to wait for it. But just be patient, wait for every single picture to load up, and just give it maybe 10 seconds or so afterwards. The last time I tried it, where the last picture came in and I instantly pushed to jump to the next page, the menu's crashed. And obviously you reach that point again where you probably have to load the game up and start from scratch again. So just take your time with it, just be patient, and eventually you'll find that setup that you're after. So thanks again for watching, guys. Not the most interesting of videos, but just something I wanted to point out for people that are looking for very specific setups. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it if you did. I've got so many viewers that are watching these videos that are still yet to hit that subscribe button, and the subscriptions would really help. So if you haven't done already, please, and thank you if you have. And until next time, thanks for watching, and ciao for now.